H bar. It will look up all of our old transactions and just verify the fact that this is real wallet. Me and your wallet is real, and it's not like no scam. You can't scam on Hashgraph.
Yeah.
You definitely can't hack into Google, nigga. Tell you right there.
How are you looking at your phone?
Wi-Fi?
No, I had started.
Oh shit.
You was talking about hash.
Ooh, I got the notification. Full circle. Well, yeah. Yeah, we in there.
Alright, let's get into this.
Hey, this computer is. I forgot the stickers. Is it cool, bro?
I think that should look hard. Yeah.
It's hard, but is this appropriate? I got you feel me? It's some wild shit.
They ain't gonna be able to see it.
Yeah, it's good.
It's
Yeah. Hard, but is this appropriate? I got you feel me? It's some wild shit. We in there though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, zoomed in on it. I didn't even know you could do that on Twitch. You could zoom in.
Yes, sir. Let me go to this trading view.
Let me see what's up with this, man. You got the trading view pulled up. What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Official Go Getter with your boy Flash, man. We coming at you guys both Wednesday, man. First Wealth Wednesday in December, man. We got about however many, just a few more weeks left. Yeah. We December 3rd, right? So we got like 28 days left or something like that. Yes, man. We ending off on a good year. It feels good to do the first Wealth Wednesdays in December. This is pretty crazy. We started this. This is a new habit that we started just this year. Oh, how'd you add the widget? You had not how, but you had that's dope. You added the widget to the front page. Yeah, man. That is dope. That is fire.
MacBook. You get it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I ain't got no levels.
Nah, you good.
Wanna mark out on the spot real quick? I can chop it up.
Yeah, actually.
What's up, Full Circle? You already know. Just like you said, coming at you with the third Wealth Wednesdays, right? December 3rd, fourth quarter, right? We got a lot of stuff coming towards the end of the year. We're talking about regulations. We're talking about CPI news. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of big meetings leading up to the end of the year. Got to get it going, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta, keep it cool, man. Whole lot of going. Want to shout out everybody who been in here the whole way of the journey as well, man. We've been here for a year, coming up real soon, and so just want to shout out everybody who been rocking with us. You know what I'm saying? Been rocking with us from the jump. If you was there back when we was doing Wealth Wednesdays and we was reading the Psychology of Money, right? We was reading the Almanac. You know what I'm saying? Shout out you, bro. We've been there, right? And you been there too. So you know what I'm saying? Pat yourself on the back. That's light. You know what I'm saying? You know where it's good at too. You know what I'm saying? Let's get straight to it.
You know what, y'all? All right, I got it marked up. But what we gonna do a little different today? We gonna come.
Ooh.
We gonna come. Oh, you guys can see the background and shit, but it don't even matter. We gonna come.
No. I thought we was nasty.
Let me see here. Okay, you guys is able to see it. You guys is able to see it. So we just doing a quick SPY breakdown, man. We having a little bit of technical difficulties. Xfinity is. Oh my gosh, man, my battery's dying too. I don't know how long this is gonna last. I think we should be good though. I could check my percentage maybe. It's all good though. We should be good. It just turned on. Long story short, man, we got the SPY breakdown right here, man. We're gonna be jumping into the SPY breakdown, right? I just wanted to pull the charts up so you guys can see it real quick, just so you guys ain't just hearing us blab a little bit. But look, man, looking at this chart right here, we are looking at SPY, the S&P 500, which is the top 500 publicly traded companies in one index on the market, right? Today, we're looking at the daily time frame, and based off this daily time frame, we're having a good up day, right? Or we market closes in 1 hour because it is 11:50 a.m. and closes at 1 p.m. I just want to touch on the fact that, we are headed up to a solid resistance point, right? A solid point right here, 684, man. And the next point after that is at 689, 690. We make our way to 700, I'm feeling like. Or we reject here and we go back down to that 680, which is also working as support, right? The low right now, or not the low, but the low of a demand zone down here, a support zone that's lower than 680. It's right here at 652, right? See that high at 689. So, market 685, right? We're reaching up to that resistance point, to that high. We reject, we push through. We're gonna see what happens, man. But I'm just showing you guys what the market is looking like, man. We've had the week has been pretty. I don't want to say slow, but
a little bit sideways.
A little bit sideways. Definitely compared to last week. And if you remember last week when we had the ChatGPT break down the holidays for us, how, things usually go with the data on Thanksgiving break and, Black Friday and whatever the case may be during those times, right? It did say during those days we end up moving up. And then it also said that next week we end up pulling back a little bit or moving sideways. So, things are playing out. So this is what the market's looking like as far as SPY, man. Flash, you want to say anything?
Yeah, just want to touch up on the fact that we was consolidating. Remember last week we were talking about how we was on an uptrend since, what day is it, the 21st of November. Every day since then it's been kind of, it's been bullish. So we're just getting to the point where we're hitting these levels and, we're trying to decide where we're going, just like you said, right? And so, yeah.
Yeah, and then we also talked about, I know you remember last week when we talked about the two big drops, right? When we mentioned that one big drop and what we ended up doing, moving back up to 680. Then we had this second big drop and we ended up moving right back up. Yeah. So, those big drops tell us something, you guys. And,
is this a head and shoulders right here?
Head and shoulders.
Head, shoulder. Oh, but I guess it's down. But would this be considered a shoulder? This from right here. This, I think it's too. Is that? You feel me? Like head or shoulder, head, shoulder.
So here's the thing. I don't really look at the head. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't look at that pattern too much. Yeah. But from what I do see, you is on the right track. That look like a head and shoulders, right? And the head and shoulders is I don't know if it's. I think is that a bearish pattern? We could look it up.
Yeah.
I think it might be I don't know. The head and shoulder pattern was never a pattern that I ever looked at too much. But it's always good to know. So what we're doing right now, you guys, is we looking up chart patterns. Oh, my fault. We're looking up chart patterns so we're able to read and gauge the market. These patterns help us gauge the market, right? So such as the head and shoulder pattern, right?
Neckline.
Yep. So the head and shoulder pattern is a bearish pattern, and our boy Flash over here, he ended up spotting out that we possibly have a head and shoulder pattern on SPY on the daily time frame. So that's an inverse head and shoulder.
Yeah, I didn't even know they came like this.
Yeah.
So let's go back real quick. Nah, that ain't the inverse head. Nah, that ain't the inverse.
Nah, it wouldn't be an inverse, but you might be on the right track of it being a bearish head and shoulders.
Maybe the fact that the move had already played out right here, and this was the end of that head and shoulders. Because look, if we go back, we go back to this one. It already had that move, so maybe we're reacting. Yeah,
you got that shoulder on the left, and then you got that head at the top, and then you got that shoulder, and then you got that shoulder that forms, but then it breaks back down past the neckline. So let's go back and see where our neckline might be at if we have one.
Right here. Let me see. We got the. Nah.
No, you might. It looks. You might be in the right area. Only reason why I say you might be in the right, because you got here, you got. You know what I'm saying? Like it does cross and make a new what's it called here? Like a new trend, right? Once it passes that 675.
Yeah.
So then you go back to the head and shoulders pattern one more time. So we got the move.
But see, but the neckline is under. The shoulder, the shoulder that I was talking about is under the neckline though. So we got bros doing the shimmy or something.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because if you boom. Because now this is how I made it make sense to myself last time when I was looking at the head and shoulder pattern. The head and then the shoulder should be right, like there should be a shoulder right here and a shoulder right here. The same way where you got shoulder, shoulder, and then you got head. But here we have, like you said, shimmy. You got a head, but we don't have a shoulder on two sides. So
Just one.
it definitely would. It definitely look like it, either way though, it looks a bit similar, and then it also looks like market there is a chance that market wants to pull back down to the downside. That's always a chance, but I'm only mentioning that because with us being at the highs right now and approaching the highs again, we are there's definitely a chance where market ends up wanting to reject from these prices and go back down again before it maybe makes a way up for real.
Yeah. Hold on, let's look at silver. No, we gonna figure that out in a second. But you see that it said?
I did see that. It said Wall Street bets big on a Fed cut as silver crashes from record high. We could pull silver up real quick because silver was like the. I saw that tall guy Tycoon posted that silver was like been the like top asset of the year almost or something like that. And we also know that I think we talked about it last week. Was that last week when we talked about silver? Did it outperform gold?
Yeah, it hit its all-time high. Ooh wee. Let me see. Let me go to the. Yeah, now we on the daily.
See what they talking about? Talking about a crash from the all-time high.
Yeah, because maybe on the hourly. Yeah, not yeah. We ain't crashed. We still. I mean, we going a little bit left, but we definitely ain't crashed. Nah.
Yeah, I don't know what they got going on. We're gonna see. I think Powell talks on the 13th, so we're gonna see what happens when he talks.
Yeah, man. Let me see that one more time. Let me go to the full article. Let me see what they're talking about. Wall Street is stepping into Wednesday with a cautious but rising pulse. The U.S. stock futures edge higher on expectations that private sector data later in the day could strengthen in the case for a Federal Reserve cut next week. S&P 500 contracts are up about 0.1% after pulling back from earlier momentum, extending a rally that has ran for more than a week. But where are we going with the silver though? Let me see. But the commodity, market voices are pointing out to an equity backdrop that still leans constructive, with Pepperstone's Michael Brown writing that the path for stocks continues to the point to the upside and that the bull case remains a solid one. But the commodity tape is producing its own drama. Silver, which earlier pushed to a record as traders speculated on tight supply and the prospect of lower U.S. borrowing costs, has since swung lower. Gold is holding steady, a rare pocket of calm in a market that is turning over multiple narratives at once. All right, let's look at gold real quick. I hate that it does that. It's that new, that hard click. But nah. I mean, we did hit the not all-time highs, but actually. That did 4383 4380. Damn, we did get a little bit of pullback with the gold. Let me go back to this real quick. Nevertheless, you see, that article was saying that there's a little bit of a calm setting with stocks rising. It specifically said S&P 500. Let's look at that real quick. What that look like today? I didn't even get to look at the market today. Go to the hourly on this. Damn. Did you look at this today?
Only do what we just looked at SPY.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Jeez.
that's what I see on a daily candle on SPY. We had a good push to the upside today.
50 points? 52?
Mm.
Just a little bit higher. Let me drag it down just a little bit. 53 points.
Yeah.
Damn. Today.
Right off that zone at the bottom.
Exactly.
So we opened up. We went right down to that zone, and then it came right back up.
Yeah.
So going back to the left, I think was like really what I want to emphasize. You know, to you guys who's watching this is like, bro, like levels. Yeah. The market moves at levels, right? It tests levels, right? So the way we see this big, so you got this big drop to test this level, and then it came right back up, and then you got this big drop to test this level, and it came back up. This is what we this is what we call institutional levels, and then you see all this liquidity at this level of 6,809, right? And every time we get to this level, we end up moving back to the upside. But especially when you see price reach a level like this and come straight back up, that's when you know some manipulation is going on. That's a good indication of, okay, they dropped it, but it's a good indication that it's gonna come right back up stronger, right? When you see stuff like this is a good example of like how market is playing at this level, even though it got to the level and moved back up to the top, but you see that the way it moved up wasn't as strong as maybe this time or this next time, right? It played a little bit down here. So, but you see when them strong moves, when it bounces and it comes right back, you might want to hop up in there, you know.
We also broke above this level right here. Like this
Yeah.
Support.
Yeah, that's resistance. Yeah.
And we broke through that level too. So, yeah. Just quick quick analysis right here. Broke above this level. I'm kind of excited to see what the rest of the week is looking like, because we look at the SPY, we look at SPY, and we look at SPX, and we see everything else. This 30. Sheesh. It was a great day in the markets. It's all green right here too, except for a flare, but that's neither here or there. Everything else is looking green.
Yeah, it's like the market. It's like it charged up today this morning.
Yeah.
You know? And we've seen that before, where market tests it's literally it's itching to test a level, and then it will test it, and then that's all we did today. That's all we did.
Right.
We tested a level and launched off of it, right? And yeah. When you understand that type of, when you understand to look at the chart like that, you can definitely capitalize off of that. And then yeah, bro, just going back to what you were saying about how, so this is Nas right here, right? And honestly, let's just do a good breakdown of it, because people who for the people who don't really understand too much. So I'm gonna start with SPY, because we started looking at SPY, right? This is the index. This is the ETF, right? This is the ETF, and this is the exchange traded fund, which you can actually go and buy SPY just like a stock and own it, right? SPX, right? So S&P 500 is SPY. SPX is also the S&P 500. If you look, right, if we look on let's go to the daily time frame, you can see that these charts damn near look the same, right? These charts look very similar. If they don't look the exact same, they look very similar, right? The S&P 500 index is almost like, this is almost, think of it as like the scoreboard, right? If you're looking at the SPX 500, right? If you're looking at SPX, right? You can think of it. You can go ahead. My bad. But think of this kind of like the scoreboard, and just think of it like the scoreboard, and the SPY as like the actual
like a box score for everybody.
That's a good way to indicate it too. But how I was trying to do it was, kind of just looking at SPX 500, like it's just gonna give you a gauge, like being able to look at the score, and then the SPY you're actually able to take in part of the game, right? Like so the SPX 500 is kind of just like gauging where the market is moving, gauging whatever, just gauging the exchange of the trades, right? And capitalizing off that if you wanted to trade it, because you can trade the futures on SPX 500. But when it comes down to SPY, this is the actual index where you can actually invest into it and take part in the game, right? Because you can't necessarily invest into the SPX 500 right here when you're looking at the index. So this is the index. The SPY is the ETF where you can invest into the index, right? We'll just sit there and just say that. Yeah. And then NAS 100, I'm going to have you can break down NAS 100.
Yeah. NAS 100 is the top U.S. 100 tech companies, right? And so within the NAS, we have Google, we have Tesla, or not Tesla. We have Apple, we have there's a couple other ones. Yahoo.
Yeah,
right?
I believe Tesla's also in there too.
See, let's just real quick. Let's just see.
And the QQQ is how you would invest into the NAS 100.
Yeah. See.
So it so kind of going back to what I was saying about the scoreboard with the SPX, like this is like how we just this is just like looking at the exchange of what's going on, and if you want to invest, right, you can invest through QQQ, right?
Yeah.
NAS 100 right here.
We got just the top 10. We got NVIDIA, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Alphabet, Class A and C. Oh, but they're both Google. Okay.
Yep. Google got, and we can look into that one day because they do got a Class A, Class C, but I don't remember the difference. But
yeah,
they mostly the same thing.
Yeah, see. And also T-Mobile, I did not know, or Cisco. These are a part of the NAS 100. Ultimately, though, these are the top 100 companies, and NAS is usually like, in my experience, I've seen that NAS is kind of like the pusher, right? Because like if we have a good day on the NAS, it doesn't necessarily affect the other indices as well, but it has an effect because there are multiple companies within the NAS that are also within the S&P 500, and so ultimately the NAS is the top 100 U.S. companies that are publicly traded. Yeah. And just like he was saying, Official Go Getter was saying, QQQ is the ETF for that. Just like SPY is the ETF, or I mean.
No, you're right. Right. SPY is the ETF for SPX.
See.
Yeah.
And there it is. Should I take that, put that on here too, the QQQ? Because
yeah.
Is there a Wanda? I don't think there's a Wanda.
Yeah, it would be the NASDAQ.
Yeah.
And that's another thing to touch on too. Like, it's not Owanda because Owanda is a brokerage.
Got you. Okay, bang.
Owanda is a broker, and that's why when it comes down to when we was talking about trading the NAS 100 and trading the SPX 500, that's why we use Owanda charts, because they're the broker. You can only really trade those indices, right? And because you can't invest into them, and they're the brokerage to trade. So
see,
yeah, and back to what Flash was saying about NAS 100 being the pusher, right? NAS 100 is the pusher, and it moves the most volatile because, right? So look, boom. You see how this is on the 15-minute though. Let me see. But boom. So this is a good example right here. We have a long wick at the bottom for SPX 500. It came down and wicked up and came back up, right? We see that's a long wick, but we see that the NAS 100 wick is longer, right? And the whole body is smaller. So I'm saying that to say NAS 100 is based off the tech companies. So the tech companies, they move the most volatile in the market, right? They are the strongest companies in the market. So when they move a lot, right? And they move quickly. which is why Nas 100 is a volatile trade, which is why you'll make a lot of money, and also, you got to be careful because you'll also lose a lot of money. So you can make money quick, lose money quick, because it's a volatile stocks, because it's made up of the tech companies, and the tech companies move the most and the fastest in the market, right? So, yeah, man. Yep.
Yeah. And that's just a good quick breakdown and touch up on the indices. And this is what we look at every time we hop on the charts, right? Whether we're trading, whether it's Wealth Wednesdays, right? We look at those top three right there. The SPY, SPX, and NAS, right? We see what the day is looking like. And then from that point on, we, decide how we're gonna move throughout that day, right? And so anything else you want to say before we move on?
No, you good, bro.
Let's hop into Bitcoin real quick. Let's see
Yeah.
what we're talking about. We're on the daily time frame. Looks like we have a bit of an update from yesterday. At least this week has been pretty up. We had this long candle here on Monday, touching all the way to 83,000, right? And today, price is sitting at currently 93,000 right now. So we're up 10,000 for the value of Bitcoin. Let's see. Let's go on the hourly so we can kind of get just a bit of a better understanding. Let me see. Oh, I hate that shit, bro. Ever since I updated yesterday, that's all I've been doing.
Oh, it update hit yesterday?
Yes. Oh my goodness. You can't hard click.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. We see that Bitcoin is up from this low down here where we were back. Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
This is Monday.
Yeah, no, we know, because here's the thing. I think because the Robinhood sends me a notification all the time.
Yep.
And it hit me just yesterday, or like the other day, 85,000, 83,000. And then today, 93,000.
Yeah.
And, definitely got to touch on that for sure. Because like you said, that was earlier this week.
Right. And we're moving rapidly, up 12%, right? In the last 2 days since Monday. That goes to show also how volatile Bitcoin is too. And so also wanted to touch up on that. We have there's a segment a little bit later. We're going to touch up on that. But I don't know, I'm not gonna lie, I was unaware of how we was moving. I ain't even peeped. Kind of blown low key, due to the fact that this is how big of a move this is on this happened on Monday. The low, excuse me. This is on Monday. Market open.
Yeah.
Right? Just 2 days. And so I think also this is happening because of, remember we hit that low of I think that might be the low there, but nah, since Friday since Friday November 21st, when we hit that low of 80,000, right? I mean, I was telling you, if we broke any lower than like 70, I think it was 73, then that could be the result of the end of the bullish market. So yeah, could I plug it up to like my phone? Cause there it is.
Try it if it'll work while it's charging.
Let me see. We gotta see on the. Oh, there it is. Let me make sure we got some sound.
Yeah. My bad, y'all. We having some difficulties with this microphone. It had went dead, so we just trying to make sure it worked for you guys. Shout out to the one viewer who's in here, man. Don't know who you are. Shout out to the one viewer.
Oh yeah, we in there. Shout out to the one viewer. Hold on. But we had this low of 73,000, and I was saying that if we go as low as 73,000, we could be at the end of the bull market, which should be going on until at least another year, according to Bitcoin chart. And so, yeah, for the past about 2.5 weeks, we're up, right? And that's dope that you get notifications from Robinhood too, let you know that. I haven't. Yeah, I And we're low-key still moving. Still moving up. It's crazy. Yeah. Let me see what the other cryptos are doing as well. Let me see H bar. Let me go to the hourly. Dang. Okay, so just for Monday, it looks like a lot of the cryptos is moving up. We H bar, Hedera, I said we had this low down here on Monday. The same type of deal. Let me check XRP. Same type of deal. This is crazy. Let me Ondo. Okay, so the crypto market overall. This is quick breakdown real quick. This is what I use when I come and I see how we're doing in the overall market. You know what I'm saying? This is a quick gem, right? I ain't even gonna get too deep, but you see that we got the market cap of all the cryptos sitting at 3.1 trillion, and in the last day we're up almost 2%, about 1.5% from on the day. And you see the top cryptos here. We have Ethereum that's up 4% today, BNB up 3%, Solana's up almost 1%, XRP up a little bit more than 0.5%, and so we got crypto ETFs that have since the 1st of December, since Monday. So $50 million have flooded into the market since Monday with crypto ETFs. And so let me see. Yeah. What this is a index of the top 100 cryptos and how we're moving. And in the last 24 hours, we're up almost 2.3%. With Bitcoin being the leading competitor, is obviously, right? Ethereum close second, and others as another 6%. Just wanted to show you guys what this looks like, and this is how I come through and see how we're doing in the overall market. We go past 7 days in the last week. We're moving up. You see that but this is Monday. Do you see what I'm saying? So middle of the week, we sitting, we moving crypto, right? If anybody bought any dips around this area on the 1st, or just since any time around where we hit this low of 70,000. Sorry, this ain't Bitcoin. Anywhere around this low of 80,000, right? You big returns. We had a little bit of a drawdown from the 80,000 all the way to 83. There was a high of, we back where we started, 93. So yeah, we had a quick little dip in the past 2.5 weeks, and yeah, we coming back to where it ain't normal necessarily, but this is a good price for Bitcoin, right? Yeah. Feel like I've been going for a quick second. I just wanted to see what was up. Altcoin season. It's still Bitcoin season, right? And so pretty much what this means is, right? So for those who want to get into different cryptos, not only Bitcoin, right? And we have our XRPs, our Ondos, our, our flares, right? This indicator right here shows us that we're still in Bitcoin season, and this is we have the movement, the big moves coming from Bitcoin, and it's not alt season. And we know that the bull run is officially started once we get into like this middle range of altcoin season, right? And we're still in the Bitcoin season right now. And the fear index is pretty low. It's been fluctuating because we've hit lows of that 80,000 and where we were just about 2.5 weeks ago. So the fear index is just coming out of the red, right? Yesterday it was extreme fear sitting at 18, and the last week it was 15, right? And in the last month it was fear, which is this orange-ish marker, right? And so year to date, last year. Okay, so we just hit our yearly low of fear indicator below 10%, or below 10, or at 10, sorry. and it was extreme fear for the markets, meaning like, to clear that up, the crypto market has been fearful, like the retail and the investors have been fearful of, us tanking, and that is exactly what we see here. We said that we had multiple days, about a good 2 weeks since the 13th of November. We've been below in the red fear, extreme fear indicator, right? And so we're just now getting back to that level of not extreme fear, but we're still in a fearful market because there's no telling what Bitcoin could do, and we see how volatile it is just by looking at this, breaking that down. Just in the last 2 weeks, you see, right? We've hit lows and extreme lows. Yeah, ultimately. Yeah. Let me look at this one more time. Yeah. Okay. That's as far as it goes. Let me see in a year. Yeah. Bitcoin dominance, we still, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, man. Good breakdown from our boy Flash, man. Fear and greed in the markets, man. Fear is when we see selling in the markets, and greed is when we see the markets going up, right? Just how he explained it, right? Anytime you see red in the markets, that means, the investors are fearful and they're selling. Anytime you see that green, investors are having a great time.